What's going on, everyone? Investor here. Another week has come and gone, so that means it's time for another weekly portfolio update. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any new videos. I try to bring you out these weekly portfolio videos, showcasing my entire portfolio, as well as any other videos as often as I can. So this week, I spent the week dollar cost averaging into several positions. You can see the account value is just about $11,850, right about where I was last week. So there was a few decent days and a few bad days last week, Friday being probably the worst. So the account did jump over $11,900 for just a short while, and then right back down and pretty much stayed right where I started the week before. So either way, it means I didn't lose, so I'm good with that. So this upcoming week, I'm planning on adding another $300 or so into the account from some overtime that I've worked. But as I mentioned last week, this might be the last of the overtime deposits. As we get closer to the holidays, Christmas coming up, I'm going to be home with the family more. I plan on spending more time with the family, so that means less work, right? So less overtime. So I'm hoping that with the deposit I'm going to be able to put in, plus some of the dividends coming up this week's supposed to be really good with the dividends, and actually we'll receive two of them, and we'll cover that here in a second. That money should be enough to not only push the account over the $12,000 mark for the year, but hopefully sustain it there and keep it there for the remainder of the year. So you guys will have to just stay tuned to see how that goes, but hopefully that'll be the plan. So like I said, I did get two dividend payments this weekend, even though they're for this week. I'll cover that here in just a second, but this week is supposed to be really good for dividends for me, as opposed for many of you as well. So those will all just get dripped right back in, and I'll show you that once we hit the spreadsheet, and I'll show you guys all the updates. So let's jump over. I'll show you what we've got. All right, guys. So taking a look at the spreadsheet, you'll see added a couple things here and there, but nothing too crazy. So about a half a share of SCHD, and this was strictly just off the drip from the dividend that most everybody should have received, or is going to receive on Monday the 11th. A little bit of a Jeppy, just put a little bit of extra cash in there, more dollar cost averaging. Share and a quarter of Tesla. Altria Group, just threw a couple of dollars in there, just trying to hit the ex-dividend date. I believe that was up on that one. Procter and Gamble, same thing there. Just throw a little bit more in there, just trying to dollar cost bring it down. Procter and Gamble's been struggling this past week. Target, basically the 0.001 share there, that's strictly from the drip. And you can see I've only owned 0.35 shares. So I think it was like a 13-cent payout, and I'll show you that here in a minute. As well as just adding a little bit more dollar cost averaging, here into QQQY and JEPY, just dollar cost basis type stuff. So nothing too crazy this particular week as far as things that I've picked up. Knowing that I'm going to be able to deposit a little bit more, $300 or so into the account coming up this week. Should be able to buy a little bit more, but still going to continue to dollar cost average, try to bring some of those yearly things down. So you can see a lot of red still here. And as I mentioned, I think last week Verizon was in the green. Now it's back in the red. It's having a rough week or so. So that's the stock market though for you, right? Sunshine one day and rain the next. So coming over to the positions, you'll see up total now for the year, $176 on the portfolio. This is one reason I love being the dividend investor, that I'm trying to be here is I believe so far for the year, my account would be, I think, down about $150, but because of the dividends, I'm up. And so that's something that makes it worth it to me, is bringing what would be in the red now into the green. So not bad at all. So a couple things that are looking good, for the year so far. So SCHD, JEPY, obviously I've been focusing on that. O is the other one I've been focused on for the year, and they're down still, but not bad to where it was. It'll come back. We'll keep focusing on that one as well. But there's a wonder why these ones are up when I've been pushing on those ones so hard. So granted, a lot of it's from the dividends. You'll see so far $92 from JEPY for the year and $75 from SCHD. But still knowing that means the position itself is up too. So good to see. So moving along. So payment wise for this week, I did receive my SCHD payment this weekend. So Fidelity, they put it in on, I think it was on, I believe it was Saturday. Yeah, they put it in already here on the weekend. So even though the expected pay date is Monday the 11th. So also picked up the 13 cents here of Target. Let's see here. So bringing the total for the month so far now to $59.25, which is basically what I received all of last month. I mean, great. I hoping this total goes up to the $100 that I'm projected here. according to the dividend tracker app that I'm using now. So it'd be fantastic to see in the year on such a high positive note, at least for me. It's come a long way in the account. I've learned a lot. I've been really focusing on, good solid companies as well as just trying to make some income generation. Yeah, I've made my mistakes. I've invested in a few things here that I probably shouldn't have, but I think those are the learning curves and the mistakes that everybody makes when they're first getting into this. And quite honestly, that's how you learn and move on. Is you sometimes you make those decisions, whether they're bad, good, whatever the case is, but you evolve and you learn and you move on from them. So up to the chart now. So just with that payment I've received this week from the SCHD, brings my total over $300 for the year. So not bad. I'll take it. Brand new account for the year. You could see come from 12 cents up to, $60 a month now. It's just going to only get better from here. It's just going to keep growing. Just keep focusing, doing the work. Let it be motivation for you guys as well that, just keep plugging away. Put the focus into the account. Focus on what your goals are and what your overall goal is for the account as far as income generation, shares, whatever that focus is, continue to do it. You'll eventually get there. Just don't lose the focus. So you see the dividends received now, pretty much the eclipsed, or not eclipsed, but equaled last month, and then it will eclipse once I receive the rest of it. So pies are up to date. Take a look there. See, obviously SHD, O, and JEPI hold some of the main spots over here in the Roth, Procter and Gamble, just because of the money that's invested into that, and it's really not much. So goal wise, still 60, 70 is the top so far, but that should change come this upcoming week. So let me jump back over to this real quick. I'll show you. So there's quite a few things coming this week. I believe Tesla's coming this week. So Coke is coming this week. Oh, Realty's coming this week. Like I said, SCHD and Target I've already received into the account, and Tesla's coming this week. So few payments coming up. So we should be able to see a few of these asterisks here get filled in this week at least. Bring that total up. Hopefully we'll be pushing, $75, $80 by the time that's done. I think Tesla's about $25 in itself. So looking for a decent week. So that'll push that number up here. You can see the current totals for the goal here. It looks like as of right now, I'm probably going to fall short here of trying to hit the 50 each. So, but it does bring me into, when you're thinking about the goals here, some things that I've been thinking about, because I'm still in the process of finding goals for next year, and I have been thinking a lot about it over the last week or two, and I could use some input from you guys. I know for sure that, income generation is going to be one of those goals. And looking at what I've been able to do with the account this year, basically taking it from zero to what it is now, I think I want to have the goal of hitting 25,000 into the account as one of the goals. Let me know if you think that's feasible, realistic, or if I'm dreaming. But I think that with the rate that I've been able to put money into the account, plus I'm going to see increasing dividends, it's an aggressive goal, but it'll be a good one because I've been able to do about 12,000 into the account this year with with growth and with the things that I've deposited. I don't think it's unreasonable to think I can do that exact same thing this year when everything is going up as far as dividends, things that are going to be increasing, to add another 1,000. And knowing that now that I've kind of got a good grasp on what I want to do with my account, whereas I spent a lot of this year learning and figuring that now that I kind of know what I want to do, I think I can hit that goal. So please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Am I out of my mind, or am I going to make it? So as far as the other goals, I'm still kind of thinking of what I want to do, possibly a similar format to what I did this year, where I'm trying to hit a certain share figure on several holdings. So I'm still working on which ones. Let me know if you guys have any goals for this upcoming year. I might be able to use some of your guys' wisdom or some of what you're doing to help me decide what I want to do. But I do like having, like let's say ACHD, trying to get to, focusing on some things like that helps me stay focused on the companies or the holdings that I want to hold. But I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that. And all I know so far is the income generation. But let me know, guys. So moving along here. So up to the quarter now is 162 to 51 just for fourth quarter. You see it's almost double quarter three. So we are going to have a double digit, growth over third quarter again. And, if you are new, again, what's these figures here? That's what it represents. 279% was this quarter percent over quarter one, 110 over quarter two. And now and we're into quarter four, it's going to be another triple digit over quarter three. So, and then I'll come up with the year growth here. Then we'll move on to next year. So, but we can see the nice cadence going up. That's what I want to see is, keep going, right? So $311.66 so far for the year. You know, this chart will look better once I get some more years put in there, but this is the first year of the account. So if you guys are following along or if you're new, that's why it's good to subscribe to the channel now and follow me from the ground floor. So dividend income for projected for the year, you see still kind of where it was last week. Not much added there. Obviously Tesla's still going to be up because Tesla's pad if they continue to do what they're doing. Be good payouts here as well as QQ and JEPY. It's one reason I got into those now. If you haven't seen that video last week, just trying to hit the ground running with the income generation. I don't want to put a lot of money into these things, but right now I have about 5% of my account into there, and I'm comfortable with 5%. It's really not that much. It's only about $700 or something like that. So not an incredible ton like we see people putting $30,000, $40,000 into Tesla. But to me, I'm not ready to risk that yet. So monthly dividends, adding this last week here, especially with SCHD, see it's just about even, but there should be a new peak coming up, especially after this week. So stay tuned for next week to follow up, see where that lands. And I did add this into the spreadsheet just for you guys to see, as I started thinking about portfolio and, taking it from where it was, basically zero, to where it is now. So you guys can see the progression of overall portfolio value, the growth as I go over the month, and over the years kind of thing to see where it's going to land. So at the end of each month, I'll update, this here, even though we're in December here. So I'll update at the end of the month where the account value is so we can just see the overall growth. Where am I going with it? Especially knowing that income generation and growth is going to be a goal for next year. So let me know what you think of this week, guys, where I'm at, what wisdom or tips, tricks, advice, anything you've got for me, please leave a comment. Hope you guys had a good week in the stock market. Hope we got a good week coming up, especially for those that hold SCHD, Tesla, and O, and, a couple of those other ones that are coming in this week. Should be a great week for us all as far as dividends. So until next week, guys, we'll catch you. Happy investing.